Here again with another Big Bang Theory Season 8 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description if that happens to be the case and you find out you're not caught up. It would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. With that in mind, this will be The Big Bang Theory Season 8, Episode 10. The title of this episode is called The Champagne Reflection. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Fun with Flags with Sheldon and Amy is going to be the final episode of Fun with Flags. Sheldon can no longer balance a career, a show, and a girlfriend, if you really want to call Amy his girlfriend. Leonard, Raj, and Howard are cleaning out a dead professor's office. He had a bottle of champagne in his office for quite a while. I believe it was 50 years old, if memory serves me correctly. That's old stuff there. Penny and Bernadette go to a office dinner, and Penny, we find out, has been the third best salesperson. Sheldon keeps mentioning the time that Amy didn't press record during Fun with Flags. We then see old highlights of Fun with Flag episodes, or Fun with Flags episodes. Even Barry Kripke is in there. Penny, Bernadette, and are sitting next to Dan. That's the boss that's kind of afraid of Bernadette. And he didn't like Penny initially when she had her interview, but because she's afraid of Bernadette, he's afraid of Bernadette. They got along. Crazy stuff. LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow is the guest on the final episode of Fun with Flags, and I believe the stipulation was Sheldon had to delete his number or something like that as a contact for him to come on the show again. Raj, Leonard, and Howard go to see Professor Sharp, who was a colleague of Professor Abbott. And then they ask him about Professor Abbott, and, well, it's really not much to talk about Professor Abbott. He had a food journal, and they thought it was like this important journal about different things. Penny mentions that Bernadette is kind of a bully. Penny tells Bernadette they're going to fix things, make people like Bernadette more. Sheldon starts crying during the final segment of Fun with Flags with a white flag, and he had been talking about a white flag and all that. Bernadette tells Dan she's sorry and that Penny told her that what everybody says. So she's going to try to be more sensitive going forward. Bernadette says, I thought everyone liked me, but I'm just a monster. The guys make a pact to accomplish something and then drink Professor Abbott's champagne and rub it into Sheldon's face. Bernadette's going to get a espresso machine for her office because of her crying now. She's being more sensitive instead of a meanie. Someone comments on Sheldon's last Fun with Flags video. Too bad this is it, and Sheldon decides that Fun with Flags is back. And Leonard had came in and noticed this, and the champagne bottle was right there. So Sheldon randomly opens that champagne bottle just so he could hear it pop. Okay, well, Sheldon, that was not your champagne to open. Did you think it might be somebody else's? Granted, they weren't really going to have much use for it, but Jesus. So Sheldon goes to LeVar Burton's place and tells him Fun with Flags is back and you can be in the next episode. He asks him how he would feel about dressing up like a swastika since he was born in Germany and the next episode is going to be about the Germany flag or German flag, which ends the episode. So this episode, honestly, a lot of Season 8 I don't really like. And this one, while some of it is very funny, I just found it boring. The Sheldon stuff was funny, but the Raj, Howard, and Leonard stuff, I didn't really like it all that much. It kind of seemed like they took a back seat. Like everybody took a back seat except for Sheldon and Amy in this episode. So I'm going to score it a 6.1 out of 10. Let me know if you feel the same way. The character of the episode is going to be Sheldon, obviously. And then, as many of you know, I rate Penny because Penny's the reason why I watched The Big Bang Theory and continued watching The Big Bang Theory. In this episode, I'm going to give her a 6.5 out of 10. A lot of stuff in Season 8 is really weird, and that's why my scores for the episode and my scores of Penny are lower than they usually are. So you've heard everything that I have to say, all my complaining, which I didn't really do a lot of. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Big Bang Theory and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm and you want to discuss the Big Bang Theory, please consider Hulk smashing that like button. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms, your preferred one if you want to. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of The Big Bang Theory. What would you score it, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your character of the episode? And if you want to rate Penny. And then keep in mind we can discuss anything Big Bang Theory related. I may or may not remember it. It depends. Some of this stuff I'm a little foggy on. But certainly let's have a discussion in the comment section. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You are watching the video anyway. Join the team. Show your damn support. And be a part of something special. And JDev will return.